I'm not setting smart goals this year, and I'm not ashamed of it. And I'm really like, I'm over it. I'm over smart goals. Happy New Year 2022, 2022. I don't know about you guys, but it's feeling like me season. Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Nompi, and this is the Show Up with Nompi, where we basically just show up for our lives, dreams, goals, and aspirations. But anyway, guys, how have you been? I know it has been a minute. And honestly, I did have content I shot, but the perfectionist in me just wouldn't let me post it because it wasn't perfect. And in hindsight, I regret not posting it because something sometimes is better than nothing. And I ended up having about a month of no content posted, but a month's worth of content. So, hey, learn from me, do better. But anyway, back to today's topic. So I'm not setting smart goals this year, and I'm not ashamed of it. And I'm really like, I'm over it. I'm over smart goals. But just a disclaimer, guys, as I'm doing this video, I'm not saying that smart goals are bad or you shouldn't set smart goals. I'm just saying for the things that I want to do this year, it just does not fit. It doesn't, I don't feel connected to the whole process. I don't feel connected to smart goals. So please don't feel the need to go change your smart goals. But however, I hope you get something from this and you learn something. So I am rambling. I'm going to get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is what smart goals are really, or goals in its essence, really. I'm going to touch a little bit on that. And really, smart goals, we all know what smart goals are: specific, measurable, achievable, attainable, depending on who you speak to, realistic, and time bound. And it's something that we learn as we go into school. We all are taught smart goals. We even write tests on setting smart goals, I think, in life orientation. So yeah, it's a framework that we are all familiar with, or most of us are familiar with, and it's something that can be very beneficial and valuable. But here are my issues with goals and smart goals as well. So one of the things I mentioned is that I need to be more present this year, or I want to be more present. I want to live in the moment. And smart goals, in essence, kind of focus on the end result, that thing happening that you said. So, for example, I want to lose 5 kilos by March of 2022. Very good smart goal. But for me, a person like me who struggles with trying to be more present, I end up over obsessing about the end result and the end goal. And then I miss the chance to do the daily actions, for example. And another thing also, when I was talking to my therapist, I was telling her that my self-worth is so closely linked to my work that I struggle sometimes. If I feel like I cannot achieve the end result, I panic and I end up procrastinating. So smart goals tend to put me in a place of procrastination because I'm motivated when I set them, but then I get so anxious about not being able to achieve the end result, and also in the right amount of time. And that's the time bound element of it. So it becomes hard for me to focus on the daily actions and the daily work that needs to happen. And for that reason, once I analyzed it this year, where I really sat down to try and think about it, I realized that smart goals are very toxic for me because of that. And guys, please don't get me wrong on this, right? I'm not saying that smart goals are toxic. I'm saying that they get me into a toxic place. And this is because of what I said around my worth being linked to my outcome or my result, So I am working on cutting that cord and cutting that link. But while I'm in this space, I need to try and find ways to make things easier for me. I need to try and create more healthier environments for me to be able to be productive and show up for the person I want to be. So Yeah, don't get this wrong. Please do not come for me and say I hate smart goals are not why you have anxiety. Obviously, I know that it's the kind of the cognitive distortions that I have that get me into that place to associate things in a more extreme manner than some of the people. So please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But yeah, and that's really, actually, I think that's the biggest reason I want to share. The rest are kind of fluffy and they really won't add the biggest value. But yeah, no smart goals this year. So you're probably wondering what I'm doing, right? Well, I am doing something. I am doing something. I'm not just kind of going with the wind. I don't think being present just means, deciding in the whim of the moment what you're going to do. I think it also needs planning. And I'm not stopping the planning element. I'm still going to do the planning. So, yeah, I'm not stopping that. When I looked at it, I just asked myself, what feels more natural and what do I connect with? What feels more organic for me? And I realized that intentions felt way more organic for me than smart goals this year. And really, to just kind of give an understanding of what intentions are basically things that you set up that kind of guide you on how you want to show up daily, each day of your life, and they kind of are like a guiding principle. And most people pretty much use intentions together with smart goals. And I will show you next week when I give you a breakdown of how I set my intentions and the system that I'm using to achieve them. The smart goals are somewhat, in an essence, built into that, but my focus is not even on smart goals. I don't even waste time trying to make sure it's specific, measurable, and all of that good stuff. I actually have a different framework that I'm using on that, right? So intentions is something that felt way more organic and natural to me, and it felt like that was what's going to help me to be more present, because of intentions are more like, who do you want to show up as this year? And I intend to be more consistent, and that kind of feels more organic. So then, as I ask myself, what does consistency look like for me, and how is that going to look like? And that's going to look like me having a morning routine, for example, having daily habits and cultivating those habits. And my intention is to create a more healthier space for my mind, for my body, and for my surrounding. And what does that look like for me? And that looks like keeping my house clean. That looks like making sure I work out, making sure I eat right. And you can clearly see it's not so much about the number of, I intend on losing 10 kilos by March, or I intend on having 50,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, but it's more around things that are focused on the actions. And this year, all I need to do is act. I have been talking too much about it. I need to start acting. And I also realized something, side note on the action. When I actually do the action and not procrastinate or get into this place of anxiety, I feel better. That actually eases the anxiety. So, yeah, I hope this helps someone to just kind of ask yourself these questions on visualizing your higher self and showing up as that person, and asking yourself, and who do you want to be this year, and how do you want to show up for that person as well? What are the actions that that person does? So that's pretty much where I'm leading towards with these intentions. And I just want to mention, next week I am going to be talking about my goal setup, and I'm using a framework called Impact. And I'm going to dive deeper into this next week. And pretty much, Impact for me is like SMART, but it's a different acronym, and it doesn't have that time bound. So impact for me, or impact goals, are more intentional, they're more mindful, they're more purposeful, and then they're more actionable, and they are more consistent, and the more trackable. And that's the framework that I'm going to be using. So if you want to know more about this, please come back next week or maybe later in this week. I will see. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging around and allowing me to be vulnerable in this video and talking about my anxiety and my therapist. That is it for today. I hope this kind of gives you some sort of like ease if you felt like smart goals are not for you. But thank you for hanging out with me and thank you for showing up with me for today. I will see you on the next one. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, but more importantly, share with your honeys so that we can grow together. I really do appreciate you guys, and it feels good to be back. I'm excited about what's about to come, so stick around. I promise you, great things are coming. But yeah, I will see you next week. Okay, bye.